Bortle here with Top Deck Scrubs. What's up, man, guys? Hey. Oh, and whoa, we have Campos here returning to the channel. How'd you do today, man?
Unfortunately, I lost on the bubble, ending X-3, but I would have gotten top 8 X2, and I used Dragonmaid.
Oh, Dragonmaids again. My goodness. Yeah, it's been a while. Any shout-outs before we begin, dude?
Shout-outs to Robert. He was my first loss. He got top 8. Shout out to my next opponent that beat me. He was playing Pearly, also got top 8. And shout out to my final round opponent, who also got top 8. Labyrinth. But yeah.
Nice. Well, without further ado, please show us the bubble deck profile. Let's go.
Alright, first off, we gotta play Dragonmaid. So we play 3 Chamber, 3 Parlor, and 1 Nurse. Every single one of these is like really good, except for this one. So you always want to start with one of these. This is your key to playing around Drone Lockbird, and this one just unlocks like the other half of your extra deck, because you use this to synchro into Chaos Angel, I believe, with a Magnamut, which is always like crazy, and they never see it coming. And just by themselves they do a lot. Getting my engine going is like the key thing. So like the next thing is like the hand traps. The in-engine hand traps would be these guys. This one gives me a free special summon from the hand by discarding it. This one is like a pseudo effect veiler, preventing them from activating anything. So it's like a really good going second card. This deck was surprisingly very strong going second this whole weekend, or this today. Going into the rest of the hand traps, we'll play this guy. It's probably been a very long time since anyone's seen this card. It prevents your opponent from activating an effect, and they can't negate it. So in theory, it was like really good against Kashtira. So like when they summon Diablosis, you can summon this and like stop them from zone locking you. Against like super heavy, doing that on like certain boards, depending on if they don't have Baron or not. You can prevent them from like getting Spell Canceller out on you, which is pretty nice. Along with that, we also played Phantasme. We wanted to keep the 7s in the deck for fusion purposes and also for like overlaying in certain cases. And Phantasme was also like a good card in theory, I guess, but I never resolved this card. I fusioned with it a lot though, so it got its use. Next 7, 1 Tempest. You'll see later with the rest of the hand traps that there's a lot of wind hand traps like Drone Lockbird and the other Ghost Girl, I'm not sure her name off the top of my head, and you can use her to discard off a Tempest to search for Parlor, and then even if you get Drolled there, you can still do a full combo under Droll, which I mean full combo is just seals basically. Seals and sometimes Shao and seals, but it's enough because that sets up Magnamut and that sets up like everything else. So speaking of, next to the Bestials, we just play 1 Druisworm, 1 Baldrake, and then the 3 Magnamuts.
Nice.
I didn't have any like time to really play around with like Lubellion or anything like that, but I'm sure that card's also like really good in this deck. Yeah, these overperformed today. It was really fun to synchro with them with Chamber.
What was the coolest dragon you searched all week, all day?
I did search Miradora, and it actually came in clutch. Like my opponent was playing Kashtira, and because I searched for that, they just had no access to like any relevant Xyz plays, so they just couldn't do anything with the stuff that they had on board.
Nice.
So yeah, going into the rest of the hand traps, the traditional ones, we're playing 2 Droll and 2 of this girl. This one plays around Shifter, which is cool. This one does not, obviously. It was like getting less and less like hyped up about this card as the event was like coming closer, but I don't know. Hopefully it like leaves the extra or the main deck soon. Next is 3 Ash. I wanted to respect Branded and Labyrinth, but didn't draw it against Labyrinth. Going into the spells, we only played 7, I believe, or 10. Played 1 changeover. This is the fusion spell for Dragonmaids, and it also lets you play around Teak-Boo, but that only came up like once. Next, 3 Prosperity for consistency, 3 Hospitality, and 3 Book of Moon. Card underperformed. Did not see it all weekend. Then for the traps, of course we have to play 3 Tidying. The only thing that like really makes it worth playing the Dragonmaid engine because of how much everything recurs itself and how you just get to play every single turn just about. 3 Rivalry. I thought this card was going to be insane. Obviously, like it didn't do anything against like probably like half of the meta decks, but I thought it would do enough there, but no.
No. What's the main deck count, man?
40 exact.
Perfect 40. Let's go.
Extra deck. Play 3 House Dragonmaid, and then 2 Shadow. Against Kashira, they always like banish one of these for some reason, which never makes any sense. Because like if I run out of these, that's when I can't play or can't use the Omni Negate anymore. And like whenever I would Prosperity, I'd banish like one of these and maybe like one of these, and end up using one at some point. All they have to do is just banish that last one, and then I can't play anymore. But they never caught on. That was all the fusions. We got links. 1 Striker Dragon just to get the thing into the graveyard. 2 Seals, aka full combo. 1 Bortle Sword Dragon.
God, yes.
1 Borderland Dragon.
My goodness.
Most of the stuff in here is Dragon because of the rivalry. I thought that would come up a lot more, but it did not. Along with that is the Dark Arm guy. You see him in Kashira, but in this deck you can pull it off every now and then, and when you're in that grind game, it just does so much to sway the game back into your favor, because you don't care about him not attacking or anything like that, and because he's a dragon, you always make seals afterwards. So yeah, he did his job. And then going into the synchros, we have 1 Psychic End Punisher for those hands where you kind of like brick, so you just have like a Hospitality and a big dragon. You make either this, or if you have the other level, you make a level 10, which is either a Baron or the Bestial Dispater. These guys are really cool, but I didn't really get to see him all weekend. This guy was amazing, but
Yeah, I was saying.
yeah, making him off of Magnuma and Dragonmaid or Chamber Dragonmaid. No one ever saw it coming. I think I mentioned that earlier, but it just always traded like evenly for something, because like this extra deck's pretty limited, so it was one of the stronger cards in there for sure. Going into the side deck, this is like what really put this deck over the edge, I think, because like everything everything went down to like side deck, I think, because I ended up sliding in everything and using everything at some point or another. So 3 Anti-Spell, 3 Debarrier, 3 Nib. These are like your win, auto win cards, of course. And then for your going second cards, you got 2 Lightning Storm. I'm already ready for the new list.
Yeah.
1 Feather Duster, and 3 Raigeki.
How did Regeki do for you, man?
It worked out really well. Surprisingly, like there's not a whole bunch of cards that just can't die anymore, so blowing up their entire board was like the easiest way to just start playing afterwards.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it.
Sweet.
But yeah, so that's the deck.
Well, hey, congrats on earning your invite, man.
Appreciate you. I'll be at Nationals. Who knows if I'll play this deck or not, but we'll see.
All right. There you go. Until next time, everyone. Board up.